So, on a lighter note, the threats will never be technical. The threats will always come out of, what Pawan mentioned, that the human firewall. You can have $1 billion equipment, but there'll somebody who'll create a server or create an FTP server and send out data. Or in another way, on a little serious note, the ransomware companies are willing to pay percentage of ransom to people to click on an executable that will come to them, through some kind of means. So the human firewall element is one of the most important thing. And even, we can talk about users who are using it, but the security folks themselves are at fault at lot of times. And I keep repeating very often, and in my organization and my previous avatars, a fool behind a tool is still a fool. You can get any amount of infrastructure in place, but if you do not have the right capability to manage it, it is going to fail. The second thing is what we are seeing right now with cloud, AI. There is a rush in every organization to implement it. Everybody is jumping, and it becomes, kind of, unless your sales pitch or unless your product pitch does not say AI, you're not going to sell. So people are jumping to implement all the new technologies without understanding what needs to be done in managing them. In a very simplistic term, IT is nothing but a front end and a back end and a network in between. If you go back to first principles, you need to look at assuring that all these elements, through some kind of very simple threat modeling, that all these things are protected. And if you are able to protect them, your life will be very simple. But going on to the technology, AI, Mr. Brijesh mentioned a lot about that. Cloud computing is the second part. And the third part is the open source part, where, people are creating malicious libraries. Everybody is going to GitHub, picking up something, using it. And that becomes, these three things, if they're more or less covered, in the present day threat scenario, most of them will be, kind of resolved. And companies would face less mayhem than what they are facing right now.